Hiya guys, I'm at the urgent treatment centre outside Pontefract Hospital. I've just been in and had x-rays to check on the state of my hand because it still looks like a comedy hand, as you can see.
I have been approached by staff who say the bookshop they work in is haunted. Various events have taken place in the shop which they have been unable to explain and has left them feeling they may not be sharing the space alone. Books have fallen from shelves and one time a mug of coffee was knocked over when nobody was nearby. On a few separate occasions, staff have witnessed whispering voices after hours when the shop has been empty. The shop is situated on a market square, which in itself holds a lot of history. I think it will make an interesting choice.
It is often said that looks can be deceiving, and I believe that my location could just be one of those cases. This building started life very differently, but has stood the test of time, bringing with it a number of reported hauntings and paranormal occurrences. There have been several sightings of different apparitions alongside poltergeist activity. Loud bangs and footsteps are often heard from above. But there is a darker side to this building, one which I feel may take the team by surprise. I hope that I get the opportunity to visit with them to find out.
I am bringing something a little different for the team. An old stone bridge which has a reputation of being haunted. There have been a few different accounts of ghostly sightings here, including a phantom highwayman who was said to lay in wait in the shadows to surprise his victims when they crossed the bridge. The sound of horses trotting over the stone have also been heard, along with a strange wailing noise through the woodland on the approach to the bridge. The environment would be a challenge, but could we overcome this to spend the night investigating?
For this investigation, we have travelled north to Durham to a relatively unknown location. Having spoken to one of the team who care for this building, I'm very eager to see what the night ahead has in store. There are many reported hauntings here, including a soldier, a child, and a malevolent spirit that is known to make visitors feel very uneasy. Poltergeist activity is also known to occur here. I think tonight's location will be full of surprises.
So, northeast of England, Durham is where we find ourselves this evening, and those of you at home may have noticed that we've got a special guest with us, Mr. Rob Pyke. Thank you for joining us. Rob is the leader of Veritas Paranormal, who does a lot of fundraising for charities, along with his wife Anne-Marie. And it's the first time you've been with us, so hope you have a great night, mate.
Thanks for inviting me along, Phil. Guys, thank you.
Welcome.
This venue is Sarah's venue, so without further ado, tell us a bit more about this fascinating building.
Yes, tonight we're finding ourselves in Coxhoe Village Hall. So we've got a few rooms to go at. We've got this main ground floor. We've got a big dance hall with a stage area, and we know we all like a stage kind of theatre area. We've got a basement and then 2 rooms upstairs. So lots of history, lots of hauntings. So a little bit of history. In around 1910, there used to be 4 cottages that were converted into the Coxo Temperance Institute. This was developed for the local people, so they could come together to play billiards, reading, play games, etc. It's like a community hub. So plans were made to actually increase the size of the building. In 1932, a new building was built, and this is the one that we find ourselves sitting in today. That was the Coxo Social and Literary Institute. Plus, they also called it the Village Hall. So I think we're going to go with that tonight. So now a little bit about the ghosts and the paranormal side of things, which is why we're here, isn't it?
Yep.
So there is actually quite a number of spirits that are supposed to be in this building. First one is, I've researched obviously and found out that there is a child in this building, but I'm finding conflicting reports. Some of them we're getting a little boy, some of them we're getting a little girl, so it could be either, it could be both. There is also a soldier connected to this building. We've had reports of a soldier that haunts here. There is a war memorial outside, and we're not sure if that's somehow connected to the soldier that's been seen and witnessed here. There is also a very dark entity which is in one area of the building, but I'm not going to tell you where, because what I want you to do is tell me if you feel anything. So it's supposed to be a nasty man who follows you around a certain area and makes you feel very uneasy. That's one of the main things that I've been told by the lady that I was speaking to with regards to the building. There's one area that she really doesn't like being in, and she feels as though she's been watched the whole time. Now, another incident that took place, she was walking across the main hall with 2 other people, and she said as clear as day she heard what sounded like a piper. Not like bagpipes, but you know, before they have a battle and they used to have a piper.
All right, yeah.
Very
like a penny whistle kind
yeah, very distinctive sound.
of.
And they all heard it as clear as day. There's also...
That was a attempt. Sorry. That was a attempt at a pipe.
Another incident that took place, the lady that I was speaking to and a couple of her friends were walking across the main hall, and they heard a very distinctive sound like a piper. She explained it as, you know when they start a battle and the piper pipes?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Not,
like
not, you're not talking about bagpipes. you're
No,
talking
she
like
said it wasn't
kind of a penny
bagpipe.
whistle.
That's exactly
pipe
what
thing,
she said,
flute
yeah.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And they heard, all 3 of them heard it, very distinctive sound, which is quite an unusual thing to hear just randomly in the middle of a dance hall. There are also reports of footsteps and banging, noises that come from upstairs, and she said that we actually get poltergeist activity in this building as well.
Now, just talking about footsteps and noises, I've heard something. Rob's heard a couple of things.
Several times out there, but I keep hearing what sounds definitely like footsteps.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All the time.
On
cue.
Yeah,
Right on
right,
cue.
okay. So
Cue
I
with
think
that.
without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights.
Okay, Coxo Village Hall. I am on the hook to start with, so where is everybody else going?
I think me and Jane,
Yeah.
shall we take the
Upstairs?
upstairs,
Yeah,
see
let's
what's
do that,
going on
yeah.
up there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, where are you going to go?
Me and Rob are going to stay down here. We're going to go into the main hall area and the stage and just have a wander around.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
So myself and Jane, this is first vigil, and we've come upstairs for this one, and this is what's it called?
I believe it's called the John Eggleston Suite.
Okay, so it's quite a big room. I'm going to pan round in a second so I can show what we can see, or what we can't see, because it's actually pitch black. There is a little bit of traffic noise outside, so hopefully as the night goes on that'll die down a little bit more, but we'll see what happens.
Here we are, entering the main hall.
What I've realised.
Was that music? You just heard it straight away?
Yeah, what I've realised in here, the acoustics, you can hear every little tap, everything.
Something
There was a bell.
that does need to be noted that we need to know is that there is urinals that way, which you'll be able to hear.
Yeah.
Like I said, keep flushing themselves.
You might have just heard my hip click as well.
If there's anybody here with me, could you move one of the books off the shelves, please? Perhaps you have a favourite author. or a book that you like. Can you show me which one? Can you move it?
It's pretty much an empty room except for this huge table which we're sat on at the very end, and then that room at the bottom you can see there's some doors that fold across that split it into 2 rooms, and then there's a little kitchenette which is just in this top right hand corner. I'm not going to pan the whole way around because there is a night vision camera for CCTV there as well, so we'll catch the beams. But we'll see if we get anything in here.
Spirits, can you copy me? Now, was that an echo?
I think that came through the Dad?
Dad.
I think that came through the audio on the camera.
Don't leave me.
Really, alright? Have you got audio coming out of that camera?
Yeah, I did have.
That's, yeah, when that whistle came.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Scared.
Didn't realise it was going to be like that.
Scared the crap out of us for a second. What are you doing with your arms out? Are you about to start levitating? No, it was because they played through the CCTV and my dad had the sound on from that camera, so scared me. Oh, my mum mentioned earlier saying that there's one place in here that he thinks really where the bad thing is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been there, but not behind the stage, but behind this door, there's like a small corridor in another room, which is like storage.
Okay.
That little area there feels really uncomfortable. That feels like where you might have been mentioning.
Should we give it 5 minutes here and then go 5 minutes through there?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be fun to go there. Oh, it's definitely quiet here.
It really is, isn't it?
Oh, let's go to this side so we don't get glare even.
Atmosphere feels thicker, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like too still.
It's so dark in here, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
And because of all that, these that are dangling next to me, it looks like someone was stood next to me. It specifically when I came to these stairs in this corner, because I came to see if the light was there, and that's where I really felt uncomfortable.
How do you feel in here?
On edge.
Yeah.
More so than out there.
It just feels too close.
Isn't it funny?
That one you were it?
No?
Did you or Jane do any knocking noises just then?
No, but we heard it too. 2 knocks.
Yeah, 2 knocks.
Well, I got it on camera.
Are there any spirits in here with us? Do you know? Is there anyone here in here with us? You hear that?
That's footsteps out in the main hall.
Footsteps in the main hall.
It actually sounded like it was in this room to us.
There's another one then. It wasn't as...
That's odd because it sounded like it was in the corridor to me. Yeah, we heard what sounded like a knock or footstep or something just in front of the stage area, pretty much by the sounds of it, same time as you guys did.
So that's interesting then, because I've just heard 2 knocks. Sarah and Jane heard 2 knocks at the same time as me, and it appears that Rob and Ben heard 2 knocks, or a knock, in the stage area. Now Jane and Sarah reckon that it sounded like it was in the room where they are, which is the upper meeting room. To me it sounded like it was in the corridor just outside here, where the room I am, and to Rob and Ben it sounded like it was just in front of the stage area. Now that's a kind of a common thing, because people seem to, whenever they hear noises, a lot of the time they can't put a definitive area as to where the noises come from. It's a bit strange.
Whoever did that, thank you very much. We're just a little bit confused, so if that was someone, can you make another noise for us?
I thought you had. That's why I didn't really react to it, because I just assumed it were you.
No, that's why I looked at you and then that second one happened, but I didn't see you move or anything.
Been told that there is possible poltergeist activity at play in this building. Are you here now? Can you do something, like move something for me?
Whoever's making the noises, can you come towards me, please?
And again. Did you hear that knock?
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird in here. It's too quiet.
The thing that's really getting at me is the moments as it was the not so nice spirit that hangs around.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in the presence of the not so nice one right now. This doesn't feel like a nice energy. It feels very like we shouldn't be here.
And we're limited for manoeuvrability, to be honest with you.
Well, you can jump off the stage, but
Could do. However, you're more nimble than I am.
probably face plant, to be honest. It's because it's so quiet, it's so tense, because it feels like any second something's going to happen.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. If there's anything in here with us, anybody in here with us, do you want to touch one of us? Touch one of them, touch our hair. Tap us on the shoulder. Move something nearby. Push on the curtain.
There was a little creak outside that door there. Is anybody there? Don't be afraid. Walk into the room.
We don't mean any harm to you.
Knock.
Yeah, loud knock.
Thank you. Can you do it again, please? Can't see.
You're right.
Can you knock again, please?
Can't see. You're right.
Can you knock again, please?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Just realised I took the light off you. This is where I felt really weird.
Well, colder.
Yep. Usually the sign that it's not good.
In here?
That's
Down here?
storage room here. Dressing room.
In that? Ah.
There's a light on in the corridor.
That's us. That's us.
Is that us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, that's us.
It wasn't specifically in this room, it was just this entire area of like stairs and everything.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Oh god.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just wow, that's dark.
So we've come to this end of the room because when we were sat up that end, we were hearing noises down here. So we'll see what happens now.
Brad already heard a noise back up there. Again.
And again.
Again.
And again. Just get around this
movement.
What?
It was like movement then.
When you say movement, do you mean like the sound of movement, or
It was like somebody like that.
like shuffling noise?
Yeah.
If there's any shadows or anything, I'm going to see him.
Another click there.
Whoa,
What was that?
Ben, come here. Get the torch off. Shine your camera through there. This is going to sound insane, but it was like somebody was poking their head out and having a look.
Are you checking this out before you spook us?
Do you want to walk towards us so we can hear you walking? That's that dog again outside.
Scary sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you trying to draw us into that room? If that door had slammed shut right then, that would have been absolutely like terrifying, wouldn't it?
That would be gold. I know the spirits around here. You don't have to be a medium to know when you're being looked at, do you? And I don't know about you, but it's just like...
You feel the energy change.
It feels weird.
Okay, so second vigil, Ben, you're doing the hub. Jane, where are you going?
I'm going with Rob and we're going to go into that downstairs boardroom.
Okay. And myself and Phil are going to head into the main, well, the big hall area and behind the stage, I think.
Yep.
Check it out.
Let's check it out.
Have
Okay.
fun.
Well, in a rare event, Sarah and myself are doing a vigil together. It doesn't happen very often. And we are behind the stage area at Coxo Village Hall. Is there anybody here? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Can you copy this if there's somebody here, please? One more time, can you copy this? That was weird.
That one. Did you hear it?
Yeah. It was a crack
Yeah.
from out there. In front of the stage. Gonna have a look, see if there's anybody there.
Put a light on. Anybody out here? Can you make a noise now?
Okay, so Vigil 2, I'm currently on the hub, I'm obviously by myself. There's no one upstairs, and behind the camera is the actual stairwell, so if anyone wants to start coming down the stairs, stomping down, I don't know where it's going to be.
We know you're around in here because we've already heard a couple of bangs tonight, some tapping noises. So we know you're around, we know there's someone in here with us. Come forward and make a noise. Speak to one of us, touch one of us. Ben's on his own in the library, move one of the books in there, knock a book off.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There's a coin on the table, go in the main hall, you can knock that over. We'd just like to speak to you, that's all. You can knock that over. We'd just like to speak to you, that's all. Got any messages that you'd like to pass?
Gotta be honest, hub is probably what usually the least scary experience, purely because we have to have a light on it, because we don't have we don't have infrared on this camera, so we have to have a light on us, and it kind of takes away. But that being said, it feels quite chilly in here, and it does feel like I'm being watched still. There's a big feeling of that in this place, like there's someone watching. Now there is a pipe there, but that is the room above me where there is no one. That is the room above me where there is no one.
Like in my rooms, there's like a little storeroom in it.
Like it was over there. Bloody hell, it's bright. Sounds like it was over there.
You do get a little bit of clicking from the security cameras with the CCTV.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you get a tiny little bit, I think. You know, as the night vision clicks on and off.
Mm.
So if you put the torch on again, as you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then turn it off. Hear it.
However, when we heard that clicking,
there was no torch going on.
There was no torch on.
I have a theory when it comes to ghosts. I think they're aware of cameras or something that it either affects them or they're aware of them. This is why capturing a ghost on camera is an extremely incredible feat, because I think that they know they're on camera, so they don't show kind of thing. They don't do stuff that's on camera, or they physically can't because it's something to do with electric fields or whatever. So whenever we set the cameras out like this, which is, we've covered pretty much everything, like all the hotspots, like the most important places are covered. I feel like when we do that, I kind of feel like we're shooting ourselves in our own foot, because if we didn't have a camera in that main hall, we might get all sorts happening in there, you know? It's kind of one of those things in hindsight, like, you really know if you actually did it, but it's like, we could have seen someone standing there from like a doorway, but because there's a camera there, they're not going to do it because they know we got on camera. I don't really know how true this is, I don't really know, it's just a theory I have.
Is a soldier here? Why are you here? Can you come and tell us? Did you live in the cottages that were here before? Were you here before the building? What was that? That sound like children.
Not sure.
It sounded like somebody laughing. Like a child laughter. What was that?
What did you think it sounded like?
I thought it sounded like a child laughing, like giggling, like a little sort of noise.
Where did it come from then?
It came from back there somewhere, but
Towards the kitchen area.
I don't know if it sounded further back than like in that corridor.
Right.
What did you think it sounded like?
I heard something, it definitely sounded vocalish. Do you want to go and have a look? Whoa, this is huge.
It is dark up here. It's surprisingly dark, actually.
Right, any spirits in this room, please come forward. It's like you look at, I know you can see the light from the blackout blinds around the outside just about. I know, again, I'm just seeing things here, but it's like you can see shadows. If you concentrate on a certain bit,
Yep.
you can see elsewhere, you can see like a shadow pop across somewhere else.
It's the bottom right-hand side that made me feel a bit...
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the house where Jane saw something, it was literally through a doorway. She had the camera in front of her, looking at her from my dad. We had a camera looking through that hallway, but not into that one doorway. That's like the one place in that entire building we didn't have a camera, and that's where Jane saw something. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But it's like, at the same time, we have to have the cameras in these important places because it's for the show, you know, we need everything to be covered. So that if something does show up in the middle of the hallway, we've got our camera.
Hello? Did you hear that?
No, what was it?
Hello? It's a right small noise, but it came from right back down there.
What, right down that corridor?
Yeah.
Go and have a look. Can you see where
Bear
you're
in
going?
mind, I don't have a torch.
Yeah.
Hello? Somebody back here? Hello? Can you bang on something if you're back here?
No.
This way.
What was it?
Just ever so slightly, it was like a knock. It sounded like it came on the stage. What was that?
What? Like a pop.
No, I heard like a... Hello?
Anybody there?
Can Can you knock on something if you're in here? Are you playing a game?
Jane, come down here.
Okay. You have to tell me where I'm walking because I can't.
Come here next to where my hand is.
Sorry?
Come down here next to where my hand is.
I can't see your hand. I am blind.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Can't even see you.
Keep coming. Keep going. Put your hand out. Okay. How do you feel here?
I feel cooler here. I did before when I came down.
Yes.
And I said the same to Sara.
Yeah. Same room. Different atmosphere.
I told you it was this bottom bit I felt a bit weird in.
I felt a little breeze. And just to reiterate, outside there's no wind.
There's no windows open either.
It's still. It's a mild evening, 11, 12 degrees or so. Like you say, there's no windows up.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, there's no windows open. That was a clicking noise from over
Yeah.
there.
So, I think if you're very nervous in a situation where, like, in pitch black and you're kind of scared and going into it scared, you're more likely to get something out of it. And it kind of, when you have that, you can feel energy around you, you do that, and the energy in the room kind of changes. If you go into a room very calm, not a lot, like it's going to stay very calm. So it's like, you can kind of help the spirits to show themselves by, you know? I don't really know where I'm going with this, but you know what I mean. Thank you for coming to my podcast anyway.
Yeah. Are the children here? Are you playing? Are you hiding? Do you want us to come and find you?
Did you hear something?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
Like a... What did you hear?
I thought I had distant kids' voices.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just heard like movement.
It sounded like the noise of a school playground that you'd hear from a distance.
Mm.
If there are any children here, can you do something definite that we can hear? Like make a definite noise or perhaps knock that coin off the table.
Yeah, that knock.
Yeah, there was a knock then, probably from down the kitchen area.
Are you in the kitchen?
Come on. Do something. I know there's kids here, there's a soldier here, there's a poltergeist. I know you can hear me. Make a bang. Close the door, do anything. I know that was either the urinal or the toilet, but I don't know, the prospect of a ghost flushing the toilet is never something that's really crossed my mind. So I'm assuming that's just the urinal's doing its 5-minute job. That was strange timing if it was.
Right, you're staying on the hub.
Yep, my turn.
Jane, you're going where?
Stage.
With?
Ben.
Hey. So that means me and Dee are off upstairs.
Me and you against the world.
So, calling out to the spirits in this section of the building.
Oh, it's cold in here.
It is.
It's unnerving in here.
Is this the area you find this bad feeling?
That's back of the stage. It's completely different feeling once you get behind that curtain. What was that? That click? That came from back of the stage again. Like another noise back there. Let's just turn.
There's somebody walking over a grave at the same time. Oh, come on, let's go for it.
Oh, go on then.
Might as well otherwise.
It feels so strange back there.
So Rob and myself in the upper meeting room. There's a little bit of an experiment. There's a coin on the table on its edge. See if anything can knock it over. Okie doke. Zoom. So how have you found it?
That's dicky dark. Up here, when I was up here earlier on with Jane, there was a certain area in this room, without highlighting or putting any thoughts in your mind, but there was a certain area in this room that just felt and looked different. Like a different, I don't know, it's hard to put into words. It just felt like there was something there watching.
Okay, so now we are into third vigil and it's my turn to sit on the hub by myself. In this, it's sort of like a little library section of the building. So, see what happens.
Oh, the slanted floor doesn't help, does it?
No. Jesus, you just moved in front of me. I had no idea until I turned my camera
Oh,
then.
sorry. Do you hear that?
That was like a door. Sound like.
Do you hear that?
That was like a door.
Do you hear that?
That was like a door. Sound like.
I see. That's really worrying when you're there. Okay, spirits. We're on our last vigil of the night. If you're going to contact us properly, now would be the time to make some noise for us. Or touch one of us. Can you speak?
Is there anybody up here with us? Is there anybody watching? Can you make a sound? Can you move that coin on the table? Can you knock it over?
Oh wow, that's weird. I'm gonna have to see if I can try and film this with my phone because I've got no camera here. Well, it's gone now. It just sort of like slowly lifted up.
There's an awful lot of wood as well, isn't there? So
You'll hear everything, yeah. It feels weird in here.
this bit feels weird.
Yeah.
It makes me feel sick here, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just a bit like... You know, I said, you know, the floor sloped up there, it makes you feel a bit off your feet. Well, this isn't, but it's making me feel a bit gippy.
If you turn your light off, you'll see that storage room there. It's pitch black. Is that kitchen door open? No, it's not. We had it open before.
Do you want me to open it?
Yeah. You should be able to see all the way through to the other door if it's open. No, it's not. That is.
I feel sick. That's really strange.
What do you mean by sick?
Nauseous.
Do you want to go sit down?
No, I'm gonna tough it out. Noise.
I can hear like the faintest footsteps.
Oh.
Again?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Again! Turn the torch on!
I can't have it, man.
Guys, something's happening!
Something's happening.
Are you okay?
What's up? Rob, come on.
I think I broke my hand.
That was the biggest bang I've ever heard in my life.
Because he ran and I ran and not...
Oh God, Jane, yeah.
Jesus.
What happened?
So,
Jane's broke my hand. What? Tell me what happened.
We were just stood through there and the loudest bang ever just happened right next to us.
He set off running, which made me run, and I've run straight into the microwave.
are you alright?
No, she's not.
I think it's just swelling, to be honest. I don't think it's broken.
What was it?
It's just a massive bang right next to my head, like on that wall. I can hear like the faintest footsteps.
Oh.
Again?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Again! Turn the torch on!
I can't have it, man.
Oh,
On that
hang on a
wall?
minute.
On the wall.
Oh, Jane, no, that's bad.
Yeah. Right. Hang on a minute. Stay there. First aid kit out.
There's one here. There's one
There's
here.
one there.
Go on.
Right. Come and sit yourself down here.
So I was stood here filming Jane, and literally right here something just went straight on the wall, or something really loud, like it literally here. So we just booked it, and it's just.
Look at my knuckles.
I think you've just, bust the blood vessel or something.
Not to be a baby or anything, but...
Baby.
It's just going to support it a bit more. That's all it's going to do. It's not going to fix it. Okay.
You need to get ice on it.
Ice will work.
Oh, great.
How did you run into this? Just went like that? Or was it this?
No, because I knocked that flying. And it's heavy. So, I was here, and Ben was there filming, and then it just went bang.
Was you filming this way?
Yeah, so it just like came at me, so I just went, oh! Oof.
Right.
I need milk.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just like, Jesus.
Are you shaking?
Yeah, my knees were shaking when it happened.
Explain to me what happened then.
Right. I'm stood in the doorway, you know, in that little tunnel with the outside door is kind of thing.
Mhm.
Jane stood in between the two doorways, the storage room and the kitchen, and she's, you know, the toilet side is. She stood there, and I'm filming her, and we're talking, and it was so loud. It's like if I would have punched this as hard as I could, kind of thing, right next to my head.
Right.
Like on the wall or the door or something, but it was so loud right next to me. And I thought, crap, kind of thing, panicked. I turned to look and nothing there, and I just thought, I'm getting out of here, because like that was my instinct, just move.
Yeah.
Like out of the way. I wouldn't want it to run, but then Jane started running, I was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna run. She didn't turn that torch on, so she ran straight to the bike away. I was like, Jane, turn your torches. She's like, oh no, I think I just broke my hand. And I'm, oh my god.
Right.
It's not tomorrow.
I don't need hospital though, do I?
No, if it gets worse pain-wise, give NHS 111 a ring.
Don't do that.
Give 111 a ring.
It's the size of it.
But it's not broken, it's not a fracture.
No. It's all
Fluid.
fluid.
You just whacked it.
I'll be up using.
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Mm.
I don't know what it was so loud.
Whereabouts on this wall here somewhere?
It was on this corridor.
You don't think it was something like that?
It's a proper full-on bang though.
And what? That's all plaster wall.
If you were to boot that wooden thing, boot it. Yeah, like that. Was that the same noise?
Similar.
Was it as loud as that?
It was.
Yeah.
There was maybe
It was.
louder.
Yeah, it was
Louder?
exactly like that.
That was it, yeah. Someone stomped into that, haven't
Really, that was it, was it?
It was
they?
as loud as that.
Louder than that.
Do you think? I stood in there, so it would have been dulled for me.
But I was stood right in and I'm scared to Jesus.
I noticed.
So it sounded like this then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I don't even know where to start. It's the end of the night. We're just about to pack up. It's been rather eventful, to say the least.
Coxo Village Hall, what can I say? Absolutely amazing location. It's been an absolute privilege to investigate this place with Are You Haunted. The bangs, the tap-in, the big noise at the end, which we all heard, has just blown us all away, to be honest with you.
For myself, was an absolutely bonkers night. I am still in shock and kind of just processing at the moment, but Vigil 1, myself and Rob went into the stage area, and well, I actually went before then to set up some cameras, and I noticed that back corridor area was really uncomfortable. I felt very uncomfortable in there.
And we had little bits and pieces, but I think the main incident by far was the incident involving Jane and Ben on what transpired to be the last vigil. They were in the kitchen area and one of the corridors off the kitchen area, and all of a sudden Ben said he could hear little footsteps, so he was intently listening to the noises, and all of a sudden there was an almighty bang, like something had banged next to his head, he thought at the time.
But everything seemed to be around Ben tonight, so when I went on the final vigil with him, I was expecting big things, and then there was the most almighty bang. Shocked both of us. I thought Ben had started to run, so I turned around and ran, and obviously punched a microwave and damaged all my hand.
It's always going to be a place where you come to and you look at it from the outside and you think, I'm not sure what kind of night I'm going to have here, but what a gem. Absolutely loved it.
So we went down to the corridor and opened all the doors up and everything, kind of got the whole scene going, and we were hearing very small, tiny noises, and because I was doing that, I was really focusing my ears on what I was hearing, and not even 2 feet away from my head I heard something bash really loud. We've gone back and tested since, and it seemed like someone had booted the skirting board right next to me. So what had happened in that instant is I immediately turned around to see what it was. You can see on the camera for a moment I kind of turned back, but I turned to see if there's anything there. Didn't see anything. And then as I've done that, Jane's took it as I'm started running. She started running, and I thought, if you're running, I'm running. So then we both ran off and was screaming our heads off. But I think that's honestly probably the scariest thing that's happened to me on this show, and I'm still in shock right now, getting over it.
Ben ran out, Jane ran out, she managed to clatter herself onto the microwave. No damage to the microwave, but her hand has swollen something awful, and it's caused quite a lot of pain.
We said this straight away, the buildings that look as if they're going to be the calmest turn out to have the biggest surprises. What a place.
It's been a good night. It's been an active night, not overly active, but what we've experienced certainly needs some more investigating.
Hopefully things will get better for later on in a few days. But yeah, great little venue, fantastic.
Underground. Abandoned. Unusual. We have travelled to many different locations. We have witnessed some incredible and unexplained activity. But there's one place I feel has so much more to offer. One place to which we simply must return. Join us for our final episode as we go back to turn out the lights.